Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name, Jim Hacking. Hope you all are doing well. I'm coming to you live from the one room in the house that has a table. Our house is under construction, and the place is sort of a war zone right now. So I'm on a folding table in my son Yusuf's room. He's away at college, but this is like the only room in the house that actually has space for me to be. So how about that? Hope you all are doing well. Let us know if you haven't already where you're watching from. I guess I should share the link. Let me do that. I'm not used to being here by myself, but I will go ahead and do that. Remember, anything that you say on this show, it's public. Everyone can see it. So here's how you get in the waiting room. What's everybody going to do this weekend? Where are you watching from? What fun things are you going to do after attending the Immigration Answer Show? I hope you all had big plans. I shot some videos today. I'm working on a new H-1B project, so lots of fun stuff for old hacking law. There's the link if you want to get in the waiting room. Believe it or not, we have some people in the waiting room, and that's because they're on our text list. So if you want to get on our text list, text the word show to 314-470-3300. Those people who are on the text list usually get the link to the waiting room 5 or 6 or 7 hours ahead of everybody else. So that's how the room is actually almost full. All right. Let's start by saying hi to Zhang. Hi, Zhang.
Oh, hey, Jim. Thank you for taking my call. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. I've been watching your show lately. It's just really glad that I can get in today. So, I'll be really quick, I guess. So my wife and I got married in August 2021, and we filed in November 2021, and then what? Then I got the EAD card in January this year, so it's like over 12 months. And then my wife got RFE for one minor thing, which is like her U.S. citizen passport stuff. Wasn't scanned clearly, I guess. But the other thing is they asked for bona fide evidence.
So I wouldn't call that a little. I wouldn't call that a little thing. That's the whole shooting match. If they're sending you a request for evidence for bona fide marriage evidence, that means that they're thinking you didn't submit enough.
Right. Sorry. By the little thing, I said it was the passport thing, and then the big thing was the bona fide marriage.
Okay.
So I was kind of freaking out. And then we, because she's in grad school, so I was in charge of most bills. So it's all in my name mostly, except for one Wi-Fi bill. So what we assembled in the package was one letter from my mother-in-law, one letter from my colleague at the school. So I'm a MD PhD. And also we had a joint insurance. Her insurance is on my postdoc plan. And also I did a quick claim deed because when I bought the house that we currently live in, it was prior to our marriage, and I bought it with my name. And now after they asked for it, the lawyer said, yeah, you can do a quick claim deed. That's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, we have a utility bill under my name and also a Wi-Fi bill under her name, showing the same address that we currently live in. So I was just, in general, I was like kind of freaking out. I don't know how the RFE package is compared to other people.
I mean, that sounds pretty good so far. I'm more concerned about the fact that you got the RFE in the first place. That's unusual. Yes. I might suggest that even now, you go ahead and add each other to the accounts that are only in one person's name.
Okay, yeah, we're doing that. Yeah.
Anything you can do to nail down that you're both living at that address is a good thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's great advice. We've actually been doing that for the past couple of weeks. My brief question is, because I previously have a national interest waiver approved I-140 in 2019. That's prior to me meeting my wife, and the lawyer said, yeah, you can file multiple pending 485s. So I don't know if that's true at all.
That's true.
Oh, so isn't that going to confuse the USCIS if I have like two sets of biometrics? No.
Nope.
Okay. Is that something you would regularly recommend people doing?
Well, I'm always a big fan of applying for any immigration benefit for which you are eligible. So if you can get an EAD like through OPT and then an EAD through the green card marriage process, I'm down with that. Now, whether I would file another green card case when I already had an approved I-140, what's the status of the 45 that went with the approved I-140?
So the I-140 is under EB2 National Interest Waiver, and because I'm a Chinese national, when it was approved in early 2019, I had to wait. And after we got married, it became available, but we just went with the marriage base and
That's
didn't
what I would
think
do.
twice.
Okay, perfect. So you're fine. Yeah. And then if there's a backlog because you're from China on the I-140s 45, then I would just go full steam ahead on the marriage case.
Okay. So, okay. Yeah, because I just wasn't sure if they're gonna like give us more trouble with the RFE stuff.
No, to me, I mean, I'd be of a mindset, Jang, that if they're going to give me grief about whether my marriage is valid, I would tell them to pound sand because look, you assholes, I have an approved I-140. I'm getting a green card anyway. I don't need any marriage fraud to get status in the United States. So I would view the fact that you have an approved I-140 in your back pocket as something to make me very confident when I go in there to my interview. And I wouldn't explicitly say it, but that would be my mindset. Like, I'm coming from a position of strength. I got 2 routes to a green card. I don't need you fools. But this is a strong case. I'm a doctor. I mean, Zhang, I once had an interview in New Hampshire with 2 doctors. It was the shortest green card interview I ever had. And the officer said, in my experience, doctors don't put their medical licenses at risk by engaging in immigration fraud. So I'm going to approve this. He didn't ask a single question, not even the green card questions. He didn't ask any questions. And then he had a bit of a cold. So really the only question he asked was, what kind of medicine the doctor thought he should take. It was the weirdest thing I ever saw. I flew all the way to New Hampshire. So I think you're going to be fine. I think if you overcome this RFE, you're going to be fine.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So one final quick one. How often do they usually respond to it? I'm in the Montgomery office in Alabama.
Respond to the RFE? They won't respond to the RFE. They'll either approve the green card or they'll call you in for an interview.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but they won't say you won't get a letter that says something like, "Oh, well, we're really happy with your RFE response. Go advance to go collect $200." They're not going to do that. It's just the case keeps processing.
Okay. Okay. I'll just hope that they process quicker, I guess. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jim. Appreciate it.
Good luck, doctor. See ya.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say hi to Justin. Hi, Justin.
Hey Jim, how you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm alright. I have a quick question. My wife went to her interview on the 19th of last month, but after she completed the interview, the consular officer told her that the case was approved, but they didn't get back her medical. And upon checking on the visa tracker, it keeps saying refuse. I know that refuse doesn't mean denial or anything,
Right.
but the other thing that's kind of freaking us out is that it has the case where it says case created. It said it was created last year.
Well, do they mean when it was created with the State Department versus when it was created with USCIS, or you think it's even wrong?
That's what I'm not sure. I think it's totally wrong because her interview was the 19th of January, and it said the case was created last year, June 25th last year, and then it said last updated was last Thursday that passed, and it keeps saying refused. So I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about that too much. I would be more concerned about where's the medical? What happened to the medical? Do they have the medical now?
Well, we called the medical place that did it, and they said that they sent it over to the embassy. So I don't know how long. I don't know how long. I mean, like, what's your opinion? Like, how long do you think we should wait for? Because it's been a month.
I'm sorry, which embassy is it?
It's in Jamaica.
Yeah, so I'd give them a couple months before I started worrying about anything. If it was just last month was the interview, then I would just keep pushing to make sure they have the medical and go from there.
But does it typically like take that long to just? I mean, I'm just looking at it like it's a simple thing, to just say, okay, we received the medical.
It is a
it's
simple
okay.
thing. It is a simple thing. You're right. But here's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
They call Justin's wife in. They do her interview. They're like, this is a nice lady. We want to give her a visa. Where's that damn medical? Oh, the medical's not in the file. Oh, let me put the file over there.
So it's like basically in the back burner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right. That's the only question I asked because it was kind of a little bit concerning in terms of.
I wouldn't be concerning until a month or two more.
Like from your opinion, like all right, since I said she did it in January, like your opinion, like how long would you
I'd give them at least 90 days before I worried about it.
Okay, 90 days would be probably like what, April, that time.
Yep.
All right then, thanks. That's all I had to ask.
Bye, buddy. All right. Check this out. Tope says we got a lot of folks watching from New York City, including myself. Now, listen, we've been getting a lot of calls and a lot of new cases from New York. I really think we need an office in New York City. What do you guys think? Should we open an office in New York City? I think that's the thing to do. I love going to New York. I love going to shows. You know, I love the Jets. My son loves the Yankees. I think New York is where it's at. Carlin's watching from Baltimore. Check this out. I'm going to be in Baltimore next Saturday. I got to do an interview at USCIS on a Saturday morning. Can you believe it? That's the government working hard, my friends. The government's working hard. I told you before, I like that Baltimore field office. I think the person that runs that Baltimore field office does it the right way. It's one of my favorite offices. They're trying to clear the backlog. They're doing what they can to keep cases moving. They're having people come in on Saturday. And while I'd rather not be in Baltimore on a Saturday morning, it'll make for interesting stories. All right. Let's say hi to Basil. Basil, you with us? You're on mute.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. So, like, I came with my wife 10 years ago, February, actually almost the same month. So we came on B1, B2, and like after 6 months, we applied for the TPS. I'm from Syria, so I applied for the temporary protected status, and at the same time, I applied for the asylum.
Yep.
So at that time, like we have a friend attorney that advised me to apply for both of them. But to be honest, like after a while, like we had our interview in 2017, like after 5-6 years, actually 5 years, I think. And in 2020, I received a letter that my asylum did not get rejected. At the same time, is not approved. But they said they're gonna send me to immigration court to be able to so the judge will be able to give the verdict. So what happened in 2020? Then COVID happened, and since then, like they kept postponing the court. And finally, to be honest, I was surprised that now they accuse me that my TPS that I broke my TPS status.
How?
And then it affected my asylum. I told them like, okay, when I applied for both of them, I thought like has nothing to do with that. So, but for some reason, I felt that now because of my TPS, they accuse me that I broke my TPS.
Wait, hold on. Who's they?
The government.
How did they accuse you of this?
So they said that my attorney said that they filed that I think with the letter we received for the when we received the letter for the asylum, it shows that that I broke my my TPS status in like 2013, then 2015, and then 2018, and then I gave my attorney that this is not true.
But why? What? How? They're saying you left the United States or you didn't renew your TPS? Or
Yeah,
how
I did not renew.
You did not renew. Is that
Yeah.
true?
No, actually, I have the letters like since 2013.
Whether you broke your time or whether you didn't renew TPS or not, that has no impact on your asylum case.
And that's why actually I'm surprised. Like I don't know now all their focus is on my TPS. I don't like. How about my asylum? So
So
there,
is this from USCIS or from pleadings in the deportation case?
USCIS. So yeah, I think USCIS because like they send me to the. So last time actually I had my court with a Ohio judge.
Mm-hmm.
So and for some reason my attorney, she told me that this is easy. We're just gonna like do a motion to tell them that this is not right, and we're gonna prove that that you did not break, because I gave her all the letter I received from the TPS,
Mm-hmm.
the receipts.
Yeah.
And when she did the motion, the judge rejected the motion for some reason. I don't know why. And I asked her, she couldn't come up with an answer. She said, I don't know. He did not give even a reason.
Basil, this talking to you about this case, it seems to me, it feels like you're 90% of the way there. There's things that are missing in what you're saying. The things you're telling me, I'm not saying you're lying or anything. I'm saying that I don't think you understand everything that's going on, or somebody's not explaining it to you right, because the judge shouldn't be involved in TPS at all. There's nothing for TPS other than unless your attorney's trying to terminate the deportation based on your TPS. Is that what's happening?
So actually, when I had the court, like that was for the asylum. It wasn't for the TPS.
Yeah, the judge
But
is
they
about asylum.
yeah,
Right.
but they brought the TPS for some reason. I don't know why. They said like because you broke your TPS, that's why we have an issue with your asylum case.
That can't be. That
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Okay.
Anybody can apply for asylum. You don't have to have TPS. If you had TPS once and let it expire 10 years ago, it doesn't matter when it relates to asylum.
They sent us a removal, what they call removal
Order?
like this is the removal order. I'm not quite. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So Basil, either you need to call our office and talk to one of the lawyers and let us look at the documents, because like I said, you're about 90% of the way there, but there's missing pieces that make it so I can't understand exactly what's happening.
Actually, I tried. We tried to approach your office, but they told me that they do not do any cases in Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, we do cases in Cleveland, but we don't do deportation. That's probably why they told you that. We don't do deportation.
We did not get to the deportation yet, so we're still under.
Yeah, but that's all you're in immigration court. We don't do cases in immigration court.
You don't do immigration court?
No.
Okay. So, but what's your recommendation? Because like
my recommendation is that you have your lawyer explain it to you, because I don't think you're understanding everything correctly.
To be honest, like I sat with her like few times. For some reason, something is missing. Like we tried to understand what's going on. Even she doesn't know, or like I don't know, because like we kept asking few questions and she couldn't answer them, and that's why actually we were kind of lost. And
does she do a lot of deportation work?
No.
Well, that's the problem. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, I believe so. And that's actually we've been looking for another attorney, but so far, like nobody is taking immigration court.
Well, I would look online and find out who in Cleveland handles the most deportations. That's who you want.
Do you know anyone? Do you recommend?
I'm thinking, but I don't. Look, here's where you should go. So I'm going to put in a website. You can look. This is the American Immigration Lawyers Association website. Click on there and then look for lawyers, and then put in Cleveland, and they'll help you find a good lawyer, because that's really where the deportation lawyers are.
Okay.
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 Good luck, Basil. See you, buddy.
One more question. So like another thing, like an attorney advised us like that, like here in Ohio, most of the asylum cases, like 95%, they got rejected or denied. And she said that it's better to move it to a different state.
Always better to have your asylum case in California, but you never know. You might get a bad judge in California. So I think moving away from places like Atlanta where the approval rate is 2% is a good idea. Whether I don't know that 95% of cases in Cleveland get denied. I haven't heard that before, but you just need to find the best deportation lawyer you can, and get them working on your case.
Okay. Do you think that is better? Like all my kids are U.S. citizen. Do you think that is better to drop my case and my son will be 21 in 5 years or 6 years?
You can't drop the case because if you drop the case, no, you got to keep everything moving. You got to get your TPS reinstated, and you got to keep your asylum case going.
As you said, that's my idea, like to drop my asylum case and keep the TPS. No.
Why? I don't know. I mean, first of all, I would think an asylum case from Syria, I'm surprised you didn't win the first time. How can anybody say that it's safe to go back to Syria? I don't know how. I mean, yeah. I've lost cases that I should have won, so I'm not blaming the lawyer or anything, but that seems like a big, I would not give up my asylum case just because. I would just try to make my asylum case better.
But now, since because Syria now is a little bit better than before, do you think that
it's not better?
It will affect our asylum case?
No, I mean, I don't know the basis of your asylum case, but go find a good deportation lawyer. I think you're screwing around with the wrong person.
Okay. What would you be able to tell me again? You said to go to the website, and where should I go?
I put it in the comments. Look for
in the comment. Okay.
There's find a lawyer on that website. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Basil. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You got it. All right. Let's say hi to Duval. Hi, Duval.
Hi, Jim. Happy Saturday to you.
Thanks.
It's my second time meeting you. The first time I met on video, I was going to India for my F4 under my father is a beneficiary of a green card petition filed by my aunt, and I was a derivative of it. I was denied visa because I aged out under CSPA. My CSPA age was 21 years and 22 days. So now with the new guidelines, I'm sure you're familiar with them. Like February 14, they said something about the date visa became available.
Yeah, they're going to use the filing available date versus the final action date. Yep.
So would that make me eligible? I'm 22
it's certainly
days.
Certainly worth revisiting. I try and see if you can get a visa. Yeah.
So I wanted to discuss next steps, as I just came to the States on a visitor visa, and I would rather not go back. So either we could file for reopen that case, or file for a father-son, and which takes 7 years.
No. If you want to stay and do it all on this trip and try to get a green card, you've got to file for adjustment. And I mean, somebody's got to do the math and see if under the new rule you're under 21. If you are, then I would file for adjustment. I mean, I wouldn't do it right away. I'd wait 60 days from arrival, but you're probably going to need some help because that issue is going to need to be briefed. If you want our help, we'd be happy to help. That'd be an interesting case to work on.
Yes, sir. So I guess maybe you could share the email, or just call in.
Yeah, just email and say, my name is Duval. I was on the show with Jim at the 23-minute mark. And and then say, Jim told me to email about my case, and then put in a little description.
Yes.
And then ask him to send it to Daniel. Say, send this to Daniel, and then he'll track you down. Make sure you put your phone number and everything. He'll track you down on Monday.
Perfect. I look forward to it.
Thanks, Duval. See you, buddy.
Thank you, Jim. Bye.
All right. That'd be an interesting case. Duval knows what's what. Thanks for coming on the show, Duval. Glad you're back in the United States. Let's say hi to Patrice. Hi, Patrice.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Great. How are you doing? I like that shirt.
Thank you. Jim, I have a quick question. I filed I-130. I'm a Canadian citizen. So I filed on April 2022. But right now, I receive only the receipt notice. But I didn't receive the approval notice right now. I'm in US right now with my wife. Do you think it's a good idea to make adjustment of status, or what the NVC process in Canada there?
No, man, I hate that embassy in Canada. They're slow as shit. So, I mean, When did you enter?
I enter on December 31st.
December 21st. So
Yeah, only 1 month and a half.
almost two. You've been here almost 2 months, right?
Yeah.
So I would say on March 1st, I would file the I-130 is still pending, or the I-130 has been approved.
It's stop pending.
I would get the receipt notice for the I-130, and I'd file the 45, the 765, the 131, and I would do it all here. Now, you're not going to be able to go back to Canada for at least, maybe for 6, 7, 8 months. If you're okay with that, then that's what I would do.
Because I'm here with my kids. My kids start school here. I came with my 2 kids. So
Your kid did start school, or is getting ready to start school?
I already start school.
So how long after you arrived did your kids start school?
I arrive on 31st. They start school on January 3rd.
So that's a little bit of a problem. Do you know why?
No.
So you entered on a non-immigrant basis. When you entered, either you did or seemed to tell them that you were just coming for a visit.
Exactly, yeah.
But then you dropped your kid off school 3 days after you arrived. That's a problem.
Okay.
So that makes them wonder whether or not you had immigrant intent and sort of snuck in here to you used a visit visa when you should have waited for the I-130 to process and then bring your kids. And what about the kids? How old are the kids?
7 and 9.
Does your spouse have I-130s pending for them?
Yeah. All of it. All of those. Everybody, yeah.
With all of yours got filed at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want you to answer anything right now because we're on camera, right?
Okay.
But this is going to be tricky, because if they think you snuck your way in to jump the line, then you're going to get hit with a misrepresentation and enrolling those kids in school. It might not come up, but you and your wife are both going to have to be ready to explain what your thought process was when you came to the United States.
Okay.
For instance, if you didn't even know before you got here that you could apply for a green card, and you just put them in school for while you were here and you weren't really planning on attending, that's very different than if you packed up all your earthly belongings, sold everything, said, hey, kids, let's go to America and stay there, because that's how you get in trouble.
Okay.
Got it?
Good. Okay. Got it.
So, Patrice, I don't think you should go to your green card interview without a lawyer, and I think you need a lawyer to prepare you and your spouse and maybe even the kids, because the officer could ask any of you and things could really unravel, and then you have to get a waiver and it's a big old mess. So either call my office or call some other lawyer, because you need to practice a lot on how to frame this stuff.
Okay, well, how can I get in touch with your office?
Yeah, so I'll put the phone number and the email address and we can go from there.
Okay.
But field office will have your interview.
Okay, no problem.
Which field office will have your interview, do you know?
When I find the I-130, it's supposed to be a Nebraska service.
No, not that. No. Where does your spouse, where do you guys live? What big city do you live by?
Close to Dallas.
Dallas. Okay. Yeah, good. That's a good field office too. Dallas field office is good. Yeah, just send me an email and just say, I'm Patrice. I was on right around the half-hour mark, and then ask them to forward the email on to the lawyers, and they'll know what to do.
Okay. I'm gonna send the email right now when I'm gonna take all the information.
Bye, Patrice. See you, buddy.
Thank you, boy.
You got it. All right. Let's head to Dinesh. Dinesh, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, I just have a few questions that are related with my immigration. Actually, my employer filed the EB petition on December 2021. Then I filed they filed my I-140, 485, 131, and 765 all together.
What was your status at the time that you filed?
I was in F1 status and I was in OPD.
You were what?
I was in F1 status and I was in my STEM OPD at that time.
STEM OPT. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And after 6 months, I just changed my employer and moved to company B, filed supplement J. I also got an approval for the supplement J on it was on January 2023.
Is the
I also got an
I-140,
approval.
the I-140 still pending?
No, it's approved. I did premium processing for I-140.
Great.
I got it approved on December 2021.
And what country are you from?
I'm from Nepal.
Okay.
Okay, and the thing is um, like I also got an approval for my travel document, and I also got an approval for my EAD. Got an approval for supplement J, and like all of a sudden, like on 14th of February, I saw a notice on I-140 saying that a notice of intent to revoke was sent. So I was just like wondering like what's happening with my I-140 case, because this is something like
When did that get sent?
on February 14th.
So you just haven't received it yet?
Not yet, yeah. And I'm also not sure like if I will receive any notice for that or not, or only the
No,
employers
that'll
will
go to the
receive.
employer. What's the job?
So it was on like a financial analyst.
And why didn't you do the H-1B? Why did you go the green card route?
That's what like the employer were doing, like they wanted me to file for my labor certification and file for the green card, and that's what the option they gave it to me.
How long did the labor certification take?
So they started like my prevailing wage determination from like 2020 December, and I got like my labor certification approved on October of 2021. So it was like almost about a year or something like that. Yeah.
When was the last time you entered the United States?
It was in 2016 July. So I've never been back to Nepal, So
And your STEM OPT is over?
yeah, my STEM OPT got expired on September, and I'm still maintaining my F1 status.
How?
So I'm going to the college. So I've been
Full
going to the
time?
college. Yeah.
And are you working towards a degree in that college?
Like I already have like a couple of master's degree, and this will be my third master's. I'm just trying to maintain my F1 status till I get like a green card.
So what's the question for me?
So like I saw like notice of intent to revoke. So I
Yeah.
was just
Why
wondering.
do you think? I'm wondering why do you think they're revoking it?
I'm not sure. Like maybe it's done by my previous employer because I moved to a different employer.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that for sure. That wasn't a good idea.
Because like on the company that I was working, they were having some legal issues, and I think they are dissolving the company now. So that's
Oh, tell me about
why.
the legal issues. Were they immigration related at all?
Like so far as I know, like the partners, the shareholders in that company, they were having some disputes, and they were like husband and wife, and they escalated to like divorce case, and I think they were just trying to settle the divorce, or like they were targeting each other, and so far as I know, I think they are trying to close the business at this time, and the lawyer like who petitioned, who was involved in my like um, EB process, they said that okay, it's better to transfer your case to a new employer, like after 180 days, and that's what I did.
So, in answer to your question, I have no idea why they're trying to revoke your I-140. I'd be happy to take a look at it once you get it, but I wonder. I can't. We could drive ourselves crazy trying to guess why they're doing it.
Right. So, do you think that I would also get a notice for that?
No.
Yeah, because my employer, they're not helpful at all. Like they won't even respond to me, and the lawyers like who filed that, they are not even helpful too. So I don't think then I will be receiving any notice. So
Well, that's a real problem.
and there is no way to get that notice doing like FOIA or something like that, right?
I mean, you could do a FOIA, but usually they would not give that to you. You'd only get it if they made a mistake.
So like even just in case like if I get the notice, like is there anything that we can do, or like
I don't know. I don't know what it says.
Yeah.
It might say that the company that filed the I-140 is a fraud. It might say the new company is a fraud. I have no idea. There's lots of different reasons why it can be revoked.
So in that case, then I think my whole application will go out, like phase out, right?
You'd have a big problem because you'd still be on your F1, which is good that you've maintained it, but you're on your third master's degree, and they're going to know that you were just trying to maintain your status, and nothing good happens if it gets revoked. Let's just put it like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty much bad situation. And the next thing is like I do have one other question. So Actually, I had also filed for a U visa back in like 2019,
Dude,
and
why are you filing for a U visa? You got 7 things going on. Why are you making it complicated? You now you're sounding like somebody who's just doing anything they can to stay in the United States.
yeah, because that was because like an incident happened to me. I became a victim of a gunshot. So at that time, and I filed for the U visa at that time. So it was back in like 2019 before all this process started.
So what's the question?
So on that one, I do have like an EAD. I received like a BFD EAD, like bona fide determination.
Yep.
And I have like a deferred action status, like deferred action too. So my question is like, if I stay in that deferred action in United States and work on that EAD, will it have like a unlawful presence or not? Will it
That's the
trigger
end
like
of your F1 if you start working on your EAD from the U.
Mhm.
But
So
more important, the bigger problem is now you've got 3 different angles going. You got a U visa, you got student stuff, and then you got the I-140 with the possible revocation. You're starting to piss them off, and they're not going to like any of the cases you're bringing them anymore.
Yeah, that's the situation. So
They don't like it when people just sort of throw up every. I mean, the last thing would be if you applied for asylum, and then they'd really be pissed.
yeah, I would not be trying for that option though, because like U visa, like that option came in like 2019. Like so I applied for it because it does have like certain benefits, but it takes a longer time. And then later on, like when I was working on my STEM OPT, they said that okay, we would be sponsoring for your green card, and that's why I started my green card process. And later on the phase, like I got this option.
All right. Well, good luck, Dinesh. See you,
No
buddy.
problem. Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's say to Pat. What's up, Pat?
Hey Jim, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. So Jim, good news for the update for the interview.
How'd it
So
go?
it went pretty well, but for some reason, since I filed for asylum, the lady said she's just gonna see um go meet her supervisor. On the notice she gave me, it says your case is being held for review at this time. USS does not require any further information or document from you. Should further information or documents be required, you will receive a notice in the mail. You may also schedule you for another interview. You will receive a notice in the mail. Otherwise, a final decision will be made on your case is complete. But she said there's no reason why my marriage is not bona fide and that it has to be approved. Then she said she's waiting for my asylum case. Then my lawyer stepped in and said there's no need for her to review my asylum case because my asylum case has nothing to do with my marriage case.
Which is
So
true, but yeah, go ahead.
so my lawyer said she has to approve it on the spot. So she said she have to go talk to her supervisor and I should give them 30 days. I should have my green card in the mail. That's
Yeah,
what's
I think you're good. The lawsuit will make sure that they don't dick around for long. I don't agree with your attorney that they had to approve it that day. They still get time, even with a lawsuit. They still get time. But I think you're in good shape. Sounds like you're in good shape.
sounds good. Yeah, that's it. I wanted to update you about it as well.
All right. Well, let me know when you get that green card. Okay.
For sure.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That was our friend Pat. Let's say hi to Awa. Hi, Awa.
How's it going? I'm actually speaking on behalf of my mother today,
Awesome.
if that's fine. Yeah, so she's been married to my dad, who's a U.S. citizen, from 2015, and so they submitted an I-485 on September 13th of 2021, and then received an RFE for her birth certificate, right? And so as we start to like approach like I guess the end of the timeline of the whole application, she was told that if there's an interview to bring her medical form to the interview, and if there's not an interview that they'll like or to ship it in or whatever. And so one, I wanted to figure out what the sort of implications of getting RFE'd on a birth certificate might mean. If you had any thoughts on that.
Well, is a lawyer helping with this case?
Yes.
Did you guys look at the visa reciprocity table for your country and see what's required for the birth certificate?
As far as what is on the birth certificate itself?
So the State Department has gone through country by country and document by document, marriage license, or marriage certificate, birth certificate, divorce decrees, and they've said, if you're from this country, this is the document that you should be able to get. Did you look at that to see if the birth certificate that you've provided is the one that they are expecting to receive?
Yes, yeah. So it's going to match up. Like, that's not really the concern. I was just wondering what the implication of being asked for a birth certificate was.
Well, it means you didn't give them the one that they wanted, and hopefully you did on the second try.
Yeah, no, we did for sure.
Yeah, so it just slows things down.
Yeah, and then do you have any other questions?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is the situation. I did apply the first time. I'm married to an American citizen, and the case was rejected because there was some misrepresentative. So
What does that mean?
Misrepresentation.
Misrepresentation.
Right, what does that mean? What I knew she meant misrepresentation, but what's the misrepresentation?
It was concerning some document.
The application wasn't filled out to its
properly.
Yeah, properly.
So we were supposed to put in a waiver on the case, but the lawyer did not put in a waiver. So that was the reason of them denying the case.
Okay, so what was the misrepresentation? What are they saying that was misrepresented? Was this when you got your visit visa to come to the United States?
No, it's because I had a case before, an asylum case before the marriage case.
And was it and they think that was a fake case?
Yes.
Okay, so you come to the United States on some kind of visit visa, you apply for asylum, that case gets denied.
Mm-hmm.
And did you get sent to the immigration court?
Yes.
And what happened in immigration court?
So the case was open. Since then, I didn't hear anything from them. So when my husband turned to be a citizen, we went to the lawyer. He told us to wait until when he turns to be a citizen. So we applied. So the I-130 was approved. Yeah. And then I went for an interview with my husband. Mm-hmm. And then they told me that they will send a decision. So the decision was 3 years after. It was a denying because they said that we did not provide a waiver.
Did they ask in writing for a waiver to be submitted?
I believe that the lawyer probably she knew about it. I don't really know, honestly. So she said that we should reapply again. And then we reapplied the case.
Of course she did, because she's covering her ass for her mistakes.
Exactly. So we reapplied again with a waiver. So the waiver was approved. And then they sent me a note saying that they need the evidence of like birth certificate. The lawyer did not put it on when she was submitted again the case. She forgot to put the birth certificate and what else? The medical form he did not put in.
Yeah.
And then, yes. So I did submit the birth certificate and everything. And then after they sent me another letter saying that they need my physicals, but I should hold on it if I'm going to go for an interview.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting pretty close, that you've overcome a lot of the problems. I think you're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but since I submitted my birth certificates and stuff, it's been like a year now.
Yeah,
I haven't respond.
I mean, you might need to sue them at some point because your case is messy as hell. So they might just sit on it and see what happens and see if you come sue them or not. You're probably going to have to sue them at some point, I would think.
Yeah.
What field office?
Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. Do you know what the timeline could be as far as like since we've already submitted the RFE and the medical?
That was a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're well into the time frame when a lawsuit would be appropriate, because sometimes we do a lawsuit because the delay's been really, really long. Sometimes we do the lawsuit because the delay's been long and we know that they're not giving us a green card without a fight. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not saying for sure. I'm not saying for sure, but I'm saying your case has messiness on it. It's the kind of messiness that makes them just say, we don't know what's going to happen. Let's just put this case over there on the shelf and see. Maybe they'll get divorced. Maybe she'll get arrested. Maybe the husband will pass away or something, and we can just sit on it. And that way we don't have to work hard and look through the old asylum case and look through the misrepresentation, look through the waiver and all that stuff. It's just being lazy.
Yeah. And any next steps you suggest as far as like trying to get an answer? We did like on the USIS website, there's like a forum for like figuring out why it takes long.
They're not going to tell you shit about that.
Yeah.
No, I would say once you're tired of waiting, then sue them. That's the only thing that's going to work.
Yeah, because the last thing was they say that I should have my physicals ready. If they're gonna waive my interview, I'm just gonna submit it. Or
Yeah,
if
but
I'm
that was a
gonna,
year ago, right?
yes, that was a year.
Yeah, so they're not doing anything.
The medical form was a year ago.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. That was my question. So.
All right. Well, good luck. Let us know if you need anything. Okay.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Bye, guys. All right. Anna says they should have gotten another lawyer. Ding, 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 ding. I think that is a good point. Anna also is wondering how I lost my weight. I have a whole interview with my weight loss coach. You can find it. It was about January 10th or so. Go back and look for that one, Anna. You can see the whole thing. Charles is his name, and he's the real deal. I've been sweating my ass off every day at the gym for now an hour on the treadmill every day. So that really helped, and changing my diet helped. So if I can lose 75 pounds, you guys can do it too. What's up, Sam?
What's up? How are you, Jim?
Good. What's up?
Good. Yeah. I'd just like to share like some couple updates. I just started getting this new year on my file. So since January, I think 20 something, I checked my account, my USCIS account, and it was saying like on the I-130 form, like 5 months, like estimated process time, which it wasn't showing that like in 2022, which is like December. And then now like going to February, it said now like 4 months. I don't know, it's that a good sign?
That's all BS. None of that stuff means anything.
Okay. And yeah, one other question is I've been like digging through the USCIS news, and they said it's good like to prepare like the I-693 form, like which is a medical exam, and have it ready. So I think I would do that. Do you think it's a good thing to do? Or?
No, I would wait till they ask for it or till they schedule you for an interview. If you didn't submit it with the original application, I wouldn't send it in now, just because if you send it in now and they take a really long time on your case, then you might have to pay for it again. So you can get it pretty quickly in about 2 or 3 weeks. You'll have plenty of time when they ask for it.
Okay, so you suggest to like because I already took like an appointment with the doctor, so I can just cancel the appointment?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thank you so much.
That was easy. Thanks to Sam. See you, buddy. Hey, everybody, look who's here. It's Mo Mokhtar from Mauritania. What's up, Mo? All right. Hello, Mo says hello. Everybody, let me know where you're watching from if you haven't already. We always like to see where everybody's watching. We just had someone from Mauritania the other day. Maybe that was Mo. Hey there. What's up?
Hey,
Tomato?
Jim, what's up? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. So I am with the pending asylum status, and my girlfriend is a green card holder, and she become on the way to become a U.S. citizen, and she did her biometrics appointment this week. And I have two questions. So my first question is, let's say me and my girlfriend apply for I-130 and is pending. What if she become a citizen at that time? So should I have to wait the I-130 approval, or should I apply for I-485 as soon as she become a citizen?
I mean, if she's getting ready to, I mean, you're not in any rush to get out of the country. You're safe. You have an pending asylum case. Did you come on a visa and then apply for asylum?
Yeah, I was I came here through F1 visa, so
Yeah, so I would say if she's doing her biometrics on citizenship, I would focus more on getting married. I wouldn't worry about rushing right now. I'd get married, and then once she gets her citizenship, then just file the I-130 and the 45 all at once. I wouldn't file the I-130 now. I would just, if she's that close, I would just wait.
all right. So that's my question.
If your back was up against the wall, if you had no other status, or if you were, about to finish your OPT or something, then maybe I would do it sooner rather than later. But if she's that close, I would just do that.
Okay, let's say if my asylum case is rejected, and and can I be without status while my I-130 is pending? I didn't file I-485. It's still on I-130. So at that time when my asylum application is rejected, so should I be without status?
No, you're fine. I mean, if you're married to a U.S. citizen, you're fine.
And what about green card holder, if she's a green card holder?
Well, have you had your asylum interview?
No, but this is the general question, like it's.
Yeah, but none of that stuff's gonna. If you haven't had your asylum interview yet, she's gonna get her citizenship before you get anything happens on your asylum case. So I don't think you need to worry about that.
Okay. Thanks for that.
All right, Tuato, good luck, buddy.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, look at this. Let's send some good love to Henry. Henry's taking the bar exam on Tuesday. So let's see. I guess that would be the February bar. I don't miss the bar. That's how you become a lawyer. I thought I was going to become licensed out in California, and I studied for the bar for like 2.5 weeks, including on vacation. What a dope I was. And then I said, screw this. I'm not taking the damn bar. So good luck to Henry. Good thoughts. We'll be thinking about you on Tuesday and Wednesday. I hope it goes well. All right. Let's see. Kwame's here. Let's see what Kwame has to say. Hi, Kwame.
Yeah, hello, Jim.
How are you?
I'm fine, Jim. How are you too?
Great. What's up?
Yeah, Jim, I need a little bit of a question, and my case is a marriage green card based case, and we sent our application on the 26th. Actually, the immigration received the application on the 26th of September. I had my biometric in October. We had an RFE that we were supposed to respond by January, which we did. Now, my question is that what is the timeline between you going for you responding to an RFE and the time you receive your EAD?
What did they ask for in the RFE?
They asked for financial, more evidence of financial evidence, sponsorship, and then we sent it.
That's all they asked for?
That's the only thing they asked for.
Okay. And how long did it take you between when you received it and when you responded?
Well, when we received it, they asked us to respond by 7th of January. And then we sent our application in by express mail on the 5th. So when we tracked it on the 6th of January, they received it on the 6th on January.
When did you receive the RFE?
We received the RFE on October 10th.
So why did it take you so long to reply?
Because my wife was the sole sponsorship, and she wanted to do it by herself. She didn't want to have any affidavit. She didn't want to have any support from no one. So she was waiting to pre-file for her taxes to be able to meet the requirement that they needed. So she
hold on. Does she meet it for 3 years or just 1 year?
She needed for she needed it for a year.
No, she needed it for 3 years. They're probably going to kick that back and say she needs a co-sponsor. You guys should have just gotten a co-sponsor. If you receive an RFE about your financial, just go get a co-sponsor. Don't be like Kwame's wife who said, I want to do it on my own. That's dumb, because they're going to kick it back one more time and say, where's the co-sponsor? I can almost guarantee it.
Oh. So it's likely that we are going to receive another second RFE.
How much did she have on her taxes last year?
Last year she had about I think she had about 24. You mean last year? You mean this when he filed for this year?
The most recent tax return, what was her income?
Yeah, she had about 54,000.
And the year before that, 20 something?
Yeah, a year before a year before it was about 24 something.
Yeah, I think they're going to kick that back, my friend.
Okay, so is it likely that we're going to receive a second RFE?
I think so. Hopefully not, but I think so.
Okay. All right, then.
I made a TikTok about this today, which was, don't mess around, just get the co-sponsor. That's the message. Don't mess around, just get the co-sponsor. I'm going to get t-shirts for everybody.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, so
see you, buddy. All right. Gonna try to get in one or two more. Let's say hi to Nitin. Hi, Nitin.
Hello, Jim. Can you hear me?
I got you.
Okay. Here is my scenario. So employer 1 filed for my green card in EB2 in 2012. I downgraded it in October 2020 and then changed to employer 2 in AC21 under AC21 in September 2021. So they applied for my 485J and it was approved. I then changed to the third employer in April of 2022, and they said that they will file for my 485J when and if I receive an interview call or if I get an RFE. But I received neither. I got my GC in December 2022 without any RFE or any interview. Do you see any problem?
You mean, and without ever notifying them that you had a new employer?
Right. So is this an okay scenario? Is this
What a great question. So of course, let's play it out. So 5 years from now, you apply for citizenship and they look at it. The question is whether they think you misrepresented yourself by not notifying them that you had changed employers. How much time between when you changed employers and when you received the green card?
So I got my green card in December 2022 and I changed my employer in April 2022.
Oh, so you went like 8 months.
Yeah, but I spoke to the attorneys at my current employer, and they said that they require a 485J only if there is an interview or if there is a RFE.
I think that you are okay. I think you're okay. I'm not going to guarantee that you're okay. I think this might come back and bite you in the butt at citizenship, but I think most likely it's never going to come up. I mean, here's how it could come up. Okay, Nitin, tell me your employer for the last 5 years. So you give them the 5 years of history. And then they say, did you notify us that you had changed employers back in 2022? No, but you didn't ask. So I think you're going to be fine. And the real question to me, Nitin, is, would it make a material difference? Would they have given a different decision if they knew you had changed to employer number 3? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think you're fine. If I were you, what I would do is I would try to get that law firm to say in writing that you're okay. That's the thing. Now, they probably won't do it, but that's really what, if you have it in writing that they said, yeah, you're fine, Nitin, then you can come after them if they screw up your shit.
So what I did was I spoke to the legal counsel of my company, and I have it in writing from them. And they said that they spoke to the lawyers, the attorneys, and the response I got from them was whatever I stated earlier to you.
Yeah, so I think that's all you can do, unless you want to like try to give back your green card, which of course you, number one, you don't want to, and number two, you can't. So I think you're just gonna have to let it play itself out.
Okay.
All right.
But in your experience, have you seen scenarios like mine, and what has happened?
No, I have not seen situations like that.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
But I understand how it happened, if that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Nitin.
Yeah. Thank
you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. I'll be back 4 o'clock on Monday. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me on this nice Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Monday at 4 o'clock Central. Remember, if you want to get on our text list so that you can get in the waiting room first, text the word show to 314-470-3300. And then, of course, don't forget, we have a new WhatsApp number. Don't be using any number other than this for WhatsApp. If you want to text us, 314-931-5599. Peace out. I'm off to Nora's basketball game, and I'm going to see my Aunt Alice and my cousin Andy.